All right, we're here to talk to our Humane Law Enforcement Officer, Officer Ron. You want to state your full name and title for the record?
Yes, my name is Ron Riggle. I'm a Humane Society police officer at Providence Animal Center.
We're having a delivery over here, so if you hear some background noise, it's just Life at It Animal Center. Officer Ron, what did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, I was fascinated with machines. So for some reason, I wanted to be a trash man. I was fascinated with how a big machine like that could drive around and do what it did. So yes, I always wanted to be a trash man.
And then what did you actually end up doing before you did this?
Before I did this, I became a welder and a crane operator, which again, I was fascinated with big machines, and I became a crane operator.
So you never know, right, how life is going to turn out.
Yeah, you never know.
Do you have any pets at home?
I do. I have 5 dogs. All of the dogs that we have at home came from here. They were all adopted. They all have their special reasons why we have them. And we love all of our dogs.
What's a typical day like for you? What are some of the typical things you might do in a day?
So my day is based on dealing with the public. I receive complaints or concerns about animals in Delaware County. So we go out and we speak with the owners of the dogs or the cats about the conditions that they are, being kept in or how they're being taken care of. And if we have issues, my first goal is to educate the public. So if somebody would have a dog outside in the heat, maybe they're not aware that you need to keep water outside so that the dog doesn't become dehydrated, or make sure that it has shade. If it's raining, it needs shelter, adequate shelter that'll keep it dry, preserve its body heat. And if it needs vet care, so we get a lot of calls of cats or dogs that somebody may have concern that it needs vet care. It has a limp, or maybe it has some hair loss, or something like that. And we're able to talk to the people, let them know that there are laws that require them to make sure that, just like people, we need to go to the doctor when we're not feeling well. So that's my main goal, is education of the public. Sometimes things are more extreme, where we need to use the legal system to make sure that the public does exactly what is supposed to be done. And sometimes we'll come across a call that an animal's been abandoned or left in a house or in a yard where people don't live anymore. And we're able to write warrants, remove the dog or the cat, and get it to the center here where it gets all the care that it needs.
Great. Sometimes you go to court too, right?
Yes, so one of the frustrating parts of my job is dealing with the legal system. It is a slow process. It works. It works as long as you go through all of the steps and do everything properly. So we write our warrants. We take custody of the animals, and when we find the owners, we're able to write citations on them and hold them responsible for the conditions that the animal was in, or the condition, of the animal's health. So to hold them responsible is the ultimate goal in all that we do here, as far as humane law. And being able to get the courts to give us possession of the animal. We can't. Some people believe that we can just go and take animals from people because we're police officers. No, the court system is what gives us ownership of the animal. The people can surrender, or the judge, through a case, will give us ownership so that we can help the animal become healthy and find a new home that will take care of it for the rest of its life.
What kind of training did you need for this job?
So for me, I had 2 years of on-the-job training. I rode with the previous humane officer. I gained a lot of experience through every day working. As far as the state goes, the state of Pennsylvania requires there's a 2-week course, 1 week of law enforcement, and then the second week of animal husbandry, which is the care of the animals, whether it's from a kennel to a farm animal. We go through a week of learning about how you take care of animals and what laws we should be holding people responsible for. So you go through the 2-week training, you get a certification, and then from there, it's all done through the Department of Agriculture, and the Department of Agriculture gives you a certificate. Then you go to the county that your shelter or center here that is required to back you in order to take care of the animals that are part of your investigation.
So you have to get certified in different counties?
So
the county
in order,
that-
yeah, so you certified as a humane officer with the education, but each individual county you must be sworn into in order to be allowed to work in that county. So at the moment, I'm allowed to work in Delaware County, Chester County, and Montgomery County. If I was to want to work in another county, or we want to help an animal in another county, we would have to go through their court system to be sworn in by a judge, and then that gives us our jurisdiction.
Gotcha. What's the hardest thing about your job?
Not being able to help every animal that I come across. Sometimes it takes longer. It's difficult, again, because of the legal system. You need to follow it. So sometimes I'm not able to help the animal right away. It just takes time. And being patient is what you need to be. In order to be a humane officer, you have to have patience, and you got to be able to speak to people so that they can come around and understand what the actual laws are. So that to me, the most difficult part is sometimes it takes longer to help the animal when you just want to help the animal right from the start. But in the end, the animal always gets the help that it needs. It just sometimes takes longer.
What do you love about your job?
Helping the animals.
Right.
So I'm able to help the animals. Sometimes it takes longer, but they always get the help they need, whether it's through the legal system or whether it's through cooperation with the owner. The education of the owner ensures that the animal's going to get the care, and it stays in their home. So that part I like, being able to educate the people, and the animal gets the help it needs. And I also like the fact that I work here, so I get to see the animals that come here, and we're able to work with the animals and to see their progress and to see them go out and get adopted and to get a forever home.
What's the one thing you wish everybody knew about pets?
So I wish everybody knew that animals will give you unconditional love. I believe every household should have a pet. I believe all kids should grow up with pets. It teaches you responsibility. It teaches you caring about something, knowing and learning that if you don't take care of it, something's going to happen. It's going to get sick. And so you can learn your responsibilities from it, and you can have the best day of your life or the worst day of your life. And no matter what, when you come home, that animal is going to love you, and it's going to show you all the love you need to get past your bad day. That's my best part.
Thank you, Officer Ron.
Thank you very much.